Hey yo, what's up everybody? It's B Militant. Welcome back to the channel. And you guys, same shit, different year. It's the same. We're watching the same thing. The same things happen to us that always happens to us. We feel like we get a little bit of hope. Like maybe the football team is taking that next step or growing, or we're only a couple years away. Like JP Finley or someone posted, like we're trapped in, we're only 2 years away, or we're building and we're gonna be there. It's the same shit, different year, man. And I was just in the shower because I've been sitting around doing nothing but watching football all day. I had to get a shower before I came up here, and in the shower it hit me and I realized Taylor Heinicke and Ron Rivera are the same person. They're the same. They're the same. And what I mean by that is there's times where they have a lot of ups and downs, and they do something where it makes you proud, and you want to root for them, and you think, oh man, if stars align correctly, and maybe we're gonna go somewhere, we're gonna do something with these guys, or whatever. But then we just find ourselves here at 6-9. We had a 4-game winning streak, and then around that time, yes, we got a lot of injuries. Yes, a lot of people were out with the C thing, the illness, but we just gave up the most points through the entire NFL season. On the broadcast, they said that the Patriots scored 54 points, which was the most this season, and we gave up 56 at least, or something like that. In this video, we're gonna have to be truthful, and we're gonna have to bring up a lot of truths about the football team. And the first thing we need to do, and this is probably gonna be painful for you to hear. It's painful for me to realize and acknowledge and admit, but we need to be honest with ourselves. This Dallas Cowboys team that we just played 2 times in a row might have been the best football team we played all season, and that's including the Buccaneers who we beat. This might be the best team we played all year, and we just played them 2 times in a row. Yes, we didn't have our whole team. Yes, we had people injured and whatever. Their defensive line looks like what our defensive line should be looking like. And I know there's a lot of people out there like giving Taylor Heinicke stuff, which he deserves it. But this is where I'm trying to go with this whole truth thing. Did Terry McLaurin not get shut the fuck down? Because I thought he got shut down the entire game pretty much. So if you're gonna, you have to be truthful, man. And when we put in Allen, when we put Allen in at the end, Kyle Allen in at the end there, not a whole lot changed. Yes, Dallas took out a lot some of their starters, and Allen did go down and score a touchdown and whatever. But at the beginning, when he didn't look good either, their defensive line was what won the game yet again 2 times in a row. And if you're a Dallas Cowboys fan, we embarrassed them on Thanksgiving. Was it last year? I guess it was last year, right? Yeah. And we embarrassed them on Thanksgiving. Now, granted, on Thanksgiving, that was one of the most watched games in NFL history because it was on Thanksgiving. So there's that, but they just got that back and whooped their ass and got that back and then some more today. They had a stat that they got a touchdown. Their offensive lineman got a touchdown, and that was the first time since 1960 something. They're out there dunking on us, and then we're over there on the sideline fighting each other. Like this could not have gone any worse. And before I even get into the fight on the sideline or whatever, let's start from the very, very beginning. During this week, DeShazer Everett is in a car accident. Our entire week is started bad. We're fighting and struggling to get people off of the injury report and the illness, the C word, all that stuff. We're dealing with that, and then we have DeShazer Everett in a car accident, and prayers up to all that, to families and stuff like that. But our week, man, it was trending bad from the very get-go. From the very get-go. And then we had to go in there into Jerry World and play on primetime, which you know already we suck at that, right? So it was a double whammy tonight. Hats off to the Dallas Cowboys. They were out there having fun. We're out there fighting on the sideline. And let's get into that. I've seen a lot of people, I don't know how a lot of people thought this or wrote this online. A lot of people were saying, not just online, on the broadcast, how do the people, I forget exactly who was doing the broadcast, I forget, off the top of my head, but how did they miss what I seen the very first time? Deron Payne stuck his finger out and poked Jonathan Allen in the side of the head. Hell yeah, I want my team captain to get up and throw a punch. Hell yeah, I want that to happen. You don't do that to a team captain. You're going to walk up to a team captain and poke him in the side of the damn head and yell at him? Nah, man. Nah, that doesn't fly. That doesn't fly. I think I know who Jonathan Allen is. All right? I think I've heard Jonathan Allen go up behind the podium and talk long enough. I think I know what type of man that is. So I'm ready to get Deron Payne off the damn football team. I feel like we can replace him. That's not the type of shit that you do. Sure, yeah, you can say you shouldn't be throwing punches at people, but guess what? I also don't want my team captain to be sitting there and let somebody walk up and yell at them and poke them in the side of the damn head and then have that on camera and him not do nothing. Yeah, I don't want that to go down either. So, I don't know how the fools who were doing the broadcast, how they flipped us on Jonathan Allen saying that he was yelling at Payne or whatever. They made it out like Allen was the bad guy. He got poked in the side of the damn head and screamed at. Yeah, I would react pretty poorly too, man. So, like I said, this just like, I've been on the Ron Rivera train on and off, dude, but this was pretty bad. I mean, as much as we want to look at Taylor Heinicke, he had a horrendous game. The entire team had a horrendous game. The only people I could say were out there actually trying, number one, John Bates, the best rookie on the football team. The best rookie we drafted. And he was the 5th player we picked. And he was drafted in the 4th round. And he's the best rookie on the team. That's a problem. That's a problem. That's ridiculous. That's not how you build a football team. He was one of the only people out there trying. I thought Antonio Gibson, even though he was hurt and questionable, I feel like he was trying to get something going. And let's talk about that's like, this is where I'm going with this. We had a couple people out there trying. A lot of the team did kind of quit straight up. They quit, at least, even definitely after halftime, they quit. But I thought the game plan coming into this game was god-awful. Like I said, it looked like Antonio Gibson was trying. And in the first game versus Dallas, we ran the ball pretty decent, and then we just gave up on it. It looked like we came into this game with the game plan of, let's throw the ball. And what? What kind of game plan is that? When we had that 4-game winning streak, guess what we did? We manhandled people at the line of scrimmage, and we ran the ball. And now you want to switch that up, and you don't know who our identity is now. So that's where I'm going up the food chain here. Like, as much as you want to like, say this and that about Heinicke or some of the players or whatever, or Terry McLaurin or whoever it is, I'm going to the top for this. I'm going to the top. This is not just that. We have people fighting on the sideline, and that goes back to the coaches, right? Excuse me. So, like I said, this was god awful to watch, but guess what? I had to come up here and make this video. I can't hide from this ass whooping, man. That was god awful. That was god awful. Let me just get into my notes before I start rambling. And I think this is in my notes. So yeah, So at the very beginning what's funny is in my notes here, the very first thing is Payne and Allen have a sack, like a combined sack, sort of. I think Payne actually probably got the sack, but Allen was a part of that. That's really funny how that's how my notes start off, and then you know what happened later in the game. Um, Defense makes a stop, then Taylor throws a pick, and then the defense is getting killed again, and we give up the most wide open touchdown. So let's go to that first pick. You know, I don't hate the call that we have Terry 1-on-1 on the outside and Taylor threw it. Now, yes, this is way more on Taylor underthrowing the ball, but as much as we want to talk about Terry McLaurin being the best receiver and all this or that, you got what would you rather have? Like, would you rather have them intercept the ball, or you get a pass interference and just tackle that dude before he catches the ball? So you got to do something to stop him from, like, that was so predictable that he's running the route better than you basically, and yes, the ball was underthrown, but like Terry McLaurin, man, it didn't look like to me that he even really tried his damnedest. Like, bro, that you got to do something to stop him from catching that ball, man. And like I said, I don't know if what I'm trying to say is Terry McLaurin didn't have the best game either, bro. He was getting pretty shut down. I mean, they tried to throw him the ball over the middle. He was just getting blanketed, bro. So all I'm trying to say is, yes, Taylor Heinicke was terrible, but even all the playmakers that we have, I didn't see them making no damn plays either. That's all I'm saying. Dallas's D is killing us again. D-line is killing us again. Taylor's being smacked and not protected again. Giving Dallas another free play. They were killing us with the free plays. Now we can't run. Hold on. Now we can't run from it. Okay, so I got this. Can't read my own writing. That's bad. Now we can't run from this. One of Taylor Heinicke's Achilles heel is that he keeps getting his balls batted at the line and intercepted. I've never seen a quarterback throw, like, what is this, like his third pass that's been batted at the line and caught in a season? I can't recall another seeing that again. So, like I said, there's a couple other times, me being a guy who likes Taylor Heinicke, I play it off, a little bit, like, hey, that's a fluke, random thing, But no, you can't run from it now. That's part of we're gonna be seeing that from time to time as long as he's quarterback. So that's something that's gonna be either has to be worked on, or we're gonna have to accept that's part of his game. Diami Brown makes a hell of a catch, a 48-yard catch, and then I wrote this. The game hasn't started great at all, but for Taylor to come down, for Taylor to go and throw 2 picks and then come back from that and throw that gutsy ass pass down the field to Diami Brown, that's why I root for the guy. You know what I mean? Yes, obviously you don't want to throw 2 picks, but the way that he came back and battled back and was relentless, that's why I like the guy. Now, I know, obviously after this game and obviously after the past few games and how the season's gone, I know there's going to be people, everyone's going to be mixed about this. But I was seeing some people in some other people's chats, and I feel they were smart enough to realize it doesn't matter who we have in there at quarterback during this game or the last game we played Dallas. Their defensive line was going to kill whoever we had back there, dude. Let's be honest. And that's why I'm saying we need to be honest about this. I know you don't want to give credit. I know you hate the Dallas Cowboys, but they have a damn good team right now, the way that they're playing football, and they got a lot of guys back on that defensive line, and they're wreaking havoc. They were manhandling. Even, like I said, how did the last game versus Dallas end? By Kyle Allen getting sacked, fumbled the ball. He didn't do much better than Heinicke. No, it doesn't matter who we're going to have in there. They're getting harassed back there. Like, our offensive line is not up to the task to stop these guys. Gibson had a touchdown when Taylor Heinicke actually did something during the game. We keep getting pressure on Dak, but our defensive line keeps running past him and letting him step up in the pocket and either get out or throw the ball. And that's what Ron Rivera was saying about our defensive line. And early in the season when he was talking about Montez Sweat and Chase Young, kind of bad. That's what he was talking about, and we're still doing that. We're still, like, everyone's, like, moving down the field like they're going to get to Dak Prescott, but then they keep going past. and they don't actually stop and get him, and then he has tons of room to step up and move and leave or throw the ball. We go from making great tackles to having multiple people miss a tackle in the very next play. Inconsistent football. Gibson is the only person out there trying, and he's came into the game really hurt. First offensive lineman touchdown for the Dallas since 1960 something. Straight up embarrassing. Oh, also on the one, this also blew my mind. The refs were actually pretty bad. Don't get me wrong, we got our ass beat, but the refs were actually pretty bad. The refs were actually pretty bad. You already know, everyone's talking about the one play where the Dallas offensive lineman was way down the field. Clearly, like, how do you not see that? How is that not a flag? And I feel like ever since that play, the next play after that, they scored a touchdown. Ever since that play or that non-call, the game went straight up downhill. Like, ridiculous. But this, where I'm talking about here, on the play, Terry McLaurin literally got tackled to the ground. He got tackled to the ground, and they didn't put a flag on that? That's ridiculous. That was more than them just getting their feet tangled. He tackled him to the ground. How is that not a flag? That's ridiculous. Go back and watch that shit. That's the most ridiculous shit I've ever seen. And none of the announcers said anything about it. The refs didn't even really look like they were looking around. They didn't bat an eye. How he tackled the guy before he could catch the ball. That's ridiculous shit. How do you not see that? How's nobody talking about that? Go back and watch it. Reeves dropped a pick. It has to be like the 30th pick our defense has dropped this year. I'm not even exaggerating. It has to be like the 20th, 20 to 30 picks we probably dropped this year. Like, ridiculous, dude. Blocked punt for the Cowboys touchdown. Man, they got everything we did to them on Thanksgiving last year. They got that back, bro. John Bates is officially the best rookie we have on the football team. And I don't even think it's close, really. That's one of the only bright spots of this season, in my opinion. They don't call roughing the passer on Taylor Heinicke, the guy who led with his helmet. And say what you want about Taylor Heinicke, man. That guy, he's sticking in there, dude. He's trying his heart out. He's sticking in there. For a smaller guy, he's taking them shots. You don't see him complaining. You know what I mean? He's a gamer. You know who he is. We just gave up the most points. I already talked about that. Gave up the most points in any game all season. Our running back Williams might be better than Patterson, and that's what I also made another post about this. I just even watched the hang time. I post it all the time. Because I want you guys to watch it too. The show Hang Time with Tress Way, where it interviews players, and I just seen the one with Jared Patterson, and he seems like a cool guy. He's from Maryland, or from the DMV or whatever. I like the guy, cool guy. Super replaceable though. Super replaceable. We could replace that guy real easy, dude. I haven't seen him do shit. Also, that's what I was about to say. Our running back Williams, who I didn't even know really who that was. I seen him play like last game or a game before like that, and I was like, hey, that guy he looks okay. I really Williams might be better than Jarrett Patterson, and it's just like, that's where we're at right now, dude. That's where we're at. Some guy I don't even know. Maybe just because he's healthy, because he doesn't even take that many reps. Maybe he's just better right now. I don't know. I don't know what to say. John Bates has a touchdown after he fumbled it. Allen comes in. Oh yeah, Allen comes in, moves the ball some. But that was pretty much when the game was over and Dallas took their starters out. So there's tons of more we could be talking about, but I'm not going to waste your guys' time. I don't want this video to be too long. It's already around 20 minutes. But yeah, man, you know my stance. I'm a Taylor Heinicke guy. That's not going to change. We're not going to find anybody better. Unless we want to mortgage our future for Russell Wilson, for a guy who doesn't even want to come here and play here, there's not better options. And they rattled off the amount of quarterbacks. We've had like over 11 quarterbacks since Kirk Cousins left. We need to stop that. And my whole thing is, when Taylor Heinicke came in and became the starter, my knock on him was he has to stay healthy. He missed one half of the last Dallas game because they're destroying everybody we got. Besides that, he's played every game, had his ups and downs, whatever. I'm ready to roll with Taylor Heinicke. Like I said, this might have been the best team we played all season long. I want to obviously our season's pretty much over. It's over, right? So, but I want to see how he plays in the next 2 games, right? Or however many. I don't know why there's a 17 game season. Why do they do that? Look how many people are injured. Look how many, why you needed to make the preseason shorter, but you didn't need to make the regular season longer. Like, bro, you're like, don't get me wrong. I don't want to be sitting here just taking up for guys who are making millions and millions and millions of dollars. But bro, it's a physical game, and this is ridiculous. Adding another regular season game, I think, is stupid. But yeah, I want to see Taylor finish the season out, and then at the end of the season, then we can make our decision on that front. But I'm telling you right now, unless we get some who are we going to get in the draft next year? I don't watch college football, but all I keep hearing is there ain't shit in the draft. If there is somebody, they're going to get taken right away. So doesn't look like we're going to get anything in the draft. There's not really going to be anybody out there to get that's going to be the guy that's going to take us to another level. So I'm ready to roll with Taylor Heinicke until he shows me that he is straight up garbage, and I don't think he's garbage. I think we need better coaching. First and foremost, better coaching, which we know, and my same knock on Taylor Heinicke is the same knock on the coaching staff. We've seen them put together good games. We've seen them motivate the guys. We've seen them be good leaders or this or that, but it's too inconsistent, right? Same thing with Taylor Heinicke, but I'm not going to, like I said, there's nobody better, so I'm going to keep rolling with Taylor Heinicke until does some ridiculously dumb shit or something like that that's undeniable. But right now, I think the guy is a gamer. I think he still has potential to get better. This year has been a freaking circus with the illness that's going around and the amount of injuries we got or whatever. So like I said, I'm not going to really make any real concrete drastic changes until the season's over, and then we can look back and be like, okay, that's how the season went. We got all the data, and we can analyze it. So until then, I still want Taylor as a starter, so we can get a real report on him and be like, okay, so he played a full season. Now we can be like, oh yeah, this is what he did. So that's all I gotta say. Hail to the football team. See you guys in the next one. Peace.